Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Wake Up Sleeper, where I question the mass media around us. Today I'm going to be talking about this Nicki Minaj hard white video that just came out. I'm pretty much just going to be reacting to some of the imagery of the video and asking some questions about it, hopefully getting some answers if maybe some of you know what some of these things mean. But please excuse my voice because I've been sick lately. I know my voice sounds really jacked up in this video, but I am a woman. For anybody wondering, I don't want you to spend the video wondering what my gender is. I'd rather you just watch the video and pay attention to what I'm talking about. I am a biologically born female, and I identify as a female. I just already have a deep voice, and then I'm sick, which doesn't make it any better. That's all that is. But I personally found a lot of the imagery in the video to be very, very disturbing. I also felt like not a lot of it really had anything to do with anything that was in the lyrics of the video also. So here we go. I'm just gonna get right into it and start talking about what I see. So first thing, it's opening up and she's walking through like a pyramid shaped tunnel, which is a little weird. The song itself is just about what a boss she is, what a queen she is, how much better she is than everybody else. Okay, so this was like the first thing that popped up on the screen. I don't really know, these guys look like they're covered in like a paint. So I learned about these guys. This is actually a South African age-old tradition from the Xhosa people. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong for anybody that's from there. I just can't do the clicking sound for the X. It's just, I've tried. But this is called the Ulwaluko ritual. They get circumcised. It's done in the mountains for young boys to become men. The initiatives or the boys are called the Abakwitha. It's a pretty crazy thing. They strip naked. They get their heads and their pubic hair shaved. They apply this river clay all over their bodies. They sit on the ground. They get draped in like these blankets with their heads bowed. Other people around them they'll slaughter a goat and a cow. They get their circumcision. They lay down in the hut. They basically don't eat anything for 7 days and no water. The river clay is reapplied during this whole time to keep them warm, I guess, and protect them from the sun. At least that's what they're told. But I mean, it seems like it's more serious than that because they're actually punished if they don't keep up with applying the river clay. They're basically just out there for like a whole month before they can even go back to their families, and a high percentage of them actually die from these botched circumcisions that just happen out there. So there are a few cultures mixed in that cover themselves with this river clay for different reasons. Some it's just purely artistic. But as far as like some gruesome reasons why they're doing this, like this is the only one that I came up with that I was just like, whoa, that's pretty creepy. So it kind of concerns me. And then this pops up super quick, directed by somebody, you can't even read it, as she's walking through the pyramid. Okay, this is funny because who this reminds me of? Like, if anybody else wonders that, this is the first thing I thought of. Ursula the Sea Witch. Hella much. Like, why does she do that? Okay, and then she's sitting down in a throne in the pyramid now. Okay, so maybe that thing she had on her head was supposed to be like a crown, I guess. Alright. Crown mode again. Ursula mode again. She's a freaking... Well, Ursula was like a human octopus hybrid or something, right? I don't know. I knew she was a sea witch. I don't know what else. Okay, so another trend that I always like to question in music videos is the duality thing. They've always got more than one of them everywhere. It's either being shot like in a mirror where they're rapping at the mirror and then the mirror is rapping to the camera, or it'll be like a bunch of repeats of themselves. Okay, so we've got her eyes looking through the pyramid. That's another trend I always see. What this may mean, I could speculate. I think I know. You could look it up and do your own research. Just what does an eye in a pyramid mean if you're kind of new to any of this stuff. But it's in every video. And then we have the duality as well that I was just talking about with the mirrors. So I'm just pointing out these trends to you guys. I'm pointing out these trends. There she is in a pyramid again, sitting in the pyramid. She's always got these big sunglasses on, right? Like they're blindfolds. And blindfolding and is like another trend in all the videos too, as well as masks and stuff. When you really just look for themes, they become more obvious to you. Despite their meanings, it's worth questioning why is it there. Even if someone has a far-fetched explanation that you don't agree with, but at least you'll see there's a trend, there's a pattern, the central theme, and you'll wonder why that is, because there has to be a reason. This was creepy. What is this? This is scary. It's like a crying nun, naked. So I think it's interesting though that what is above in this image is dark, and what is below is where the light is. So I just thought that was interesting. And then we got the black and white again. She's laughing at this person. It's very sinister, and it flashes on the screen for like 2 seconds, you guys. Like, so there she is, sinister, laughing. Why is she even wearing those gloves? It's not like she's at a formal event. She's in a desert, rolling in the dirt in a trash bag looking dress, and she's got gloves on. I mean, did she like just kill somebody? Like, this is stuff that I think about and stories that I like to come up with, and I'll just like throw those in there every once in a while to make somebody wonder. But here we've got like a bleeding crow. The frames, the 2 or 3 frames right before this was actually black bullets, so clearly like the bird was shot at. But it's been considered like an omen of change, to unite what is light and what is dark. And interesting as well, white and red are also very, very significant. So you've got the black and the white and the red all in the one shot, but also just what the crow means. When you're scene making and film, crows really are adaptable to all environments. They'll eat almost anything, and they can survive in basically almost any situation. So it's been used as a representation of, creation, of spiritual strength. Not necessarily things that I believe in. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. So to see a bird that has been held in such high esteem for so many different meanings to be shot and killed right there on screen is kind of brutal. People wouldn't think of it that way because it's a music video. So I don't know, it's something a little strange. Okay, and then we got her out here in the middle of, I don't know, nothing, wearing all black on the white floor with a bunch of smoke. She looks like she's kind of summoning something, huh? But there we go again with the Ursula crown. Why is she wearing that, man? Alright, we've got her inside the pyramid. Ooh. It's like she's a different person. But, there in the corner on the right side, left side, we've got the eye in the pyramid again. And then more duality. It's another thing. And this one, I didn't even see this, like, for a while. It's just really like one frame just flashed in there. But you've got all your one eye symbolism that I was just talking about. All the eyes fanning through the pyramid. And man, it doesn't even look like her, right? Like, even if you look at like the one up to the right there, it's almost a whole face. Like, that doesn't even look like her, right? That looks like Lady Gaga or something. It does not look like her. And then we're back. She looks so confused. Like, why am I here? And then you've got this creepy thing. Wow. So, okay, she's got another crown on. There's a lot going on here. So she's got like the snake skin patterned horned crown. She's got 2 horns going straight from her forehead, the thing that's hanging down over her forehead. She's got these 2 braids looping all the way around her head to kind of make like big Mickey Mouse looking ears. She's got some upside down pyramids at the base of that top middle horn, chevron. Wow, there's a lot happening. And then she's got the crosses inside of circles for earrings. I'm pointing all this stuff out because these are things to make mental notes of for noticing patterns. If you've already started noticing, you'll just see it even more. If this is the first time you really thought about it, just make a mental note of these things, because you'll see them again, not just in her videos, but other music videos. And then I thought it was strange. This guy in the back on the right, he's got a corset on. He has a black and white, or red and white corset on. And I was just telling you, red and white is a big thing as well. What is up with that? like those South African guys. So then after 5 days, they're given these white blankets with red stripes over their bodies to keep them warm. I was just talking about the pattern of the red and white in other music videos. That's not a coincidence. I feel like there may be something sexual in nature surrounding this ritual as well, before maybe circumcising them, or who knows, but they basically are just bleeding out all over the place. Nobody is allowed around, which is strange, because I'm like, if they just got done going through the ritual and the ritual's technically over, what need would they have to starve for 7 days and whatnot, and then to stay out there for an entire month afterward? I just think it's very strange. These people think that they're gods. They want to be gods, and they cannot be gods. All they can do is be possessed by demons and have spiritual forces out of their control, controlling their lives. Like, that is truly what I believe. And we've got these guys again. I saved the images in my computer as Nicki boys. I got the little Nicki boys again. So it's almost like they're fighting or something, right? Like, it's like they're fighting for like the rite of passage or something. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, there's this thing crying up again. The sky's getting darker. There she is again with her weird snakeskin whatnots. Okay. Are you crying or are you laughing? See, she looked like she's possessed or something now. I don't know what's wrong with her now. That is strange. What is her problem? Okay, I thought this was weird. This is strange. This is like a castle in the middle of nowhere, but it's like the only frame that shows it. Or this is the only part of the video that this pops up. Like, this is nowhere else. You don't know if that's where they are, that's where they're going. It's just a random freaking castle. This too, like, you got all these weapons and stuff up there. I mean, I don't get it. Like, there's no people holding them, but you assume. This was the only part of the video that showed this. I have no idea what this means, why it's there, and to my knowledge, it doesn't have anything to do with this part of the song, like the lyric. Okay, oh, there we go. So I was wondering when she was gonna do this. So there she goes with her one eye. Symbolism, the eyes in the pyramid, like we knew it was gonna be. Okay, and these guys are still at it, fighting maybe? Again, for their rite of passage to something. She's just watching. I mean, it's almost like they could have been in a ritual or something, right? Like those South African guys. Okay, then you got this weirdness. I don't know what's going on, but that's a common theme too in the music videos and actually award shows, live performances. You've got this ritual circle looking thing. So now it's almost like they're rising from the ashes or something, you know? All of their faces are covered. That was something else I talked about. Blindfolds and masks. It will always be a thing. Okay, so here's Nicki. I don't know. She just looks like she's being possessed or something. And you've got these zombie-looking people behind her. You got the dude in the corset again. She's up close with one of these ghoul things, like she's trying to hypnotize it, or it's like, are they all on drugs or something? Like, because I'm trying to also picture this. I'm a creator, so I'm trying to picture this from the standpoint of creating. Like, are they all just really on drugs right now? You know, with the music on, and she's like putting these people in a trance with the way she's looking at them. It's just really hard to picture all of these people in a studio, a real studio, being in character and behaving this way, unless it was like a film where there is a clear story being told and, you know, a message. But this is just kind of like, this has nothing to do with the song, and you have to wonder, what were they thinking or doing in production? Like, this is so strange. What do any of these things mean? So you've got the faces being covered up again. It's all like sexual and strange. It's almost like they want us to like get used to seeing species other than humans being sexual. You know what I mean? Like, almost like they want to turn us on to the idea of like having sex with things that are not human. I don't know, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's far out there, but you know, I see the ritual circle again down below. And that actually does exist. I've taken some witchcraft and occulting classes, and this is the type of thing that is in the textbooks that are taught. So, you know, it really is a thing, a ritual circle, and it may not necessarily be a circle, but it is the thing. You know, for those of you that are fans of this person, you know, I used to be a fan of this person too, so, you know, I get it. I get the appeal. I get the appeal with the sound of the music. I get the appeal of the feeling that it gives you being able to rap or sing along to some of these lyrics, and it makes you kind of feel a little bit powerful. But let's just take a look at some of the things that this person is really about. All right, okay, we've got her in another pyramid. Cool. Oh, I didn't even notice on her, the armrests to the throne, there are skull heads. They're black skull heads, and she's got like swords going through those skull heads. And they've got flames coming out of them. One Wiccan tradition, when you have a ritual taking place, is to light candles either around or nearby to represent the god or the goddess. So it's interesting that she's sitting on a throne like a goddess, and she's surrounded by these flames. But the swords in the black skull heads is another like shady, super shady, weird thing, right? Like that you're like, huh? Why are you doing that, Nicki? Like, I don't know, one could argue like, oh, those are the, you know, heads of her haters and she's murdering them because she's so hard and whatnot. But, you know, still not very original or creative on her part, even if, you know, a fan would think so, because these are the types of symbols and things that are done in all music videos. So it's not like she was just creative and came up with this because she wanted to be a badass, you know. That's it's really not the case, unfortunately, you guys. Okay, so more of this weirdness. You know, you guys, these things pop up on the screen so fast. I'm so sorry if that scared anybody. Right as I was saying these things pop up on the screen so fast, I was trying to say a lot of these frames that I'm showing you are really like quick frames that you might not have noticed when it was playing. I had to really narrow these down like frame by frame to see some of these shots, and some of them are literally only on the screen for one frame. Some of them are on the screen for 2 or 3 frames. Many of them are on the screen for less than 5 frames. Like your eye almost doesn't even catch all the craziness that's in here. But you've got these demonically possessed looking dudes. Like, oh, are these not real people? Are these like like clones that went bad or something, and they're like animals, and they're like, oh, we might as well keep them, like, you know, we can keep them as pets. They can be in our music videos. I don't know, it's creepy, right? Like, who behaves that way? And it's not like you could put this on your resume if you're a young actor, like, oh yeah, I played demon number 4 in this movie. Like, nobody's even gonna know that was you. That could have been anybody. Wow. So we got more of this. Oh, and look, more of the dudes in the corset. So it's not just the one. Look how many of them have the red and white corset. Like, so I've heard on YouTube that it represents blood sacrifice. I haven't looked into that, and obviously that can't be documented anywhere. Like, you can't just ask Google that and they would tell you that. That's too out there. Even if it was true, like, that wouldn't be nowhere you could just find that. But like I said, it is a pattern, it is a trend, it is a central theme to a lot of music videos. So I can't discount anybody's theory on it, because you have to wonder why it is there. But something that dark would make sense to match the imagery of this video. I mean, that storyline of, oh, it has to do with blood sacrifice, that matches this video better than the lyrics do. Like, because look at them, they're gnashing their teeth, they're like creatures, animals, they're like, you know, I don't know. And, you know, even with the South African ritual, there's a lot of blood spill taking place in that. So with something like that, I could believe it. Like, these people are acting like they are just zombies or possessed or something. Why they're wearing corsets, I don't know. Maybe they've been castrated. Maybe that was the form of blood sacrifice for them. So they've kind of been, you know, feminized in a way. Who knows? I mean, it would make a really good story, make a really good book or something. But if that's true, then that really, really sucks. Maybe these are just all people meant to worship and follow her. And I don't know. I don't know. And this definitely looks like a ritual. So we've got a ritual circle thing happening here. Really creepy. Nicki's on the side there holding hands with these people. But they've all got the same paint. They've all got the corsets on. Excuse me. Corsets on, red skirts. You've got one guy in the middle looking very pissed. He's probably in some initiation process or something. So we've got the corset guys in the dress again. She's leading them through the ritual. Obviously, she's the icon here. She's getting these people to probably worship something. Who knows what they're doing, because wow, this is really crazy. Okay, so let me show you that again. So this is kind of symbolic to me, these couple of frames. It's almost like a story is being told. Like you've got the guys dancing and doing some kind of ritual or whatever. I mean, I could say it's a ritual. They could just be dancing to the beat, right? That's what most people would say. They're just dancing to the beat. But it's weird that, okay, 1 minute they're dancing to the beat, then blood is being spilled. And then the very next frame, Nicki is like waking up or something, or I don't know. It's almost like she has a reaction to it. Let's see it again. Dancing, blood being spilled, Nicki tripping. I mean, come on. Like, what does that mean? That's a strange set of frames and just bam, bam, bam. And then again, some more funky, weird editing. You've got this person being repeated over and over and over and over again. It's the same person clearly, but they're being edited in poorly, I might add. All around the back, like a bunch of ghosts or something. And then there she is, front and center. So it's almost like they wanted to ingrain you with the image of this person being worshipped. And there's the duality again. Another trend we always see. I'm not too clear on what that one means. I have some ideas, but I'm not too clear. I just know that this trend literally is in every single music video. So every time I see it, I'm like, oh, there it is again. Oh, ew. Inside the ritual circle, my friends have made something that looks awful like the goddess Kali, right? Lifting up the sand, and then the sand actually looks like blood because of the way it's colored. See, as it's dripping down, it looks red. But look at this image, though. Look how creepy this looks. Look how crazy it is. Somebody's dead. She got 2 arms holding the dead person. And then her other 6 arms out there. Oh, there's another dead body right there at her feet. It actually looks like it's been cut in half or something. Anyway, that's what these guys are looking like. Okay, we got her in her pyramid again. She loves being there. And then randomly there's this hourglass. The only thing I know about the hourglass sand timer is that it is a Masonic symbol, and I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. They're basically taught about this in the 3rd degree lecture. It has multiple meanings that basically all revolve around the cycle of human life and death, heaven and earth, that type of thing. So it's kind of a form of a duality symbolism if you really think about it. But you guys can look at that. So I just thought it was really, really weird that just randomly was in here. And it's the only time it shows up, and it's not in the song. So there she is again with her corset guys, the Nicki boys. This thing is trying to kiss her. She was probably like, oh, please don't put your mouth on my mouth. But you could put it down here, apparently. She is so disgusting. Nicki is disgusting, too. Like, who does this for fun? What are you doing today? Oh, I'm shooting my video for the next 2 weeks, and basically every day I'm gonna be surrounded by all of this disgusting stuff. Like, why would you want to live your life like that? If you're the type of person that's thinking of it in terms of it's just a music video, then think of it like that. All right, so I don't know what they're doing in the sand, but I know that the shape of the elements on this frame is very suspicious. And she looks like she's being possessed by something. I don't know, like it's like Roman or somebody is always trying to take over her. Whatever it was, it accomplished what it needed to do, because there she goes. Onika is gone at this point. There's something else happening there. And there she is summoning something again, and whatever it is, she got it. She summoned her creature. Jeez, man, this is really it's really creepy. She loves it. Like, she is enjoying this photo shoot, this video shoot, just surrounding herself with this disgustingness, feeling like she's a god and people are gonna people worship her, and she's like living for this right now. And there's your highness. Jeez. Anyway, you guys, there you have it. The Nicki Minaj hard white music video, unexplained meaning, I don't know, makes no sense to me. And I hate watching music videos that have nothing to do with the song. They used to be like, you know, if few and far between, and then if that would happen, people would be like, oh, well, it's symbolic and it means this. And now like every single music video is symbolic, but it's like people don't even care to ask anymore what it means. Like, people do not give a crap. So I don't know, it's weird and it's shady. Anyway, the only thing people seem to really care about when it comes to this video is whether or not she was dissing Drake and Cardi B. So it's interesting to me that, of course, those would be, you know, the only things that are out there about the meaning behind this video, because they really don't want people to be asking about the meaning of the content of the video itself. So anyway, I don't know. That's just what I think. If anybody else has any research that they would like to share, I would love to check it out. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to question the mass media that is around you. It can affect your spiritual health as well as the spiritual health of your friends and family. God bless you all.